What's up, everybody? Kyle Marlett here, magician and comedian. You may have seen me on my hit Netflix series, The Magic Prank Show, or America's Got Talent, or RuPaul's Drag Race, or The Tonight Show, or Penn and Teller Foolish, one of those things, or TikTok, or whatever, and this is my channel. Thank you for being here. I'm going to teach you a very, very simple magic trick that you guys can do at home with a normal deck of cards. It's going to be really fun. You're going to fool the crap out of your friends. It's one of my favorite tricks, one of the very first card tricks I ever learned. And so let me just show you, and then I'm going to teach you exactly how it works. The two black kings are actually going to find the two red queens within the deck of cards in an impossible way. Now, it is important that we see that the deck of cards is normal. It is a completely shuffled up normal deck. You can even shuffle the cards beforehand any way you wish. You can shuffle them overhand, riffle, whatever you can do, okay? Now, you actually hand the deck of cards to your friends. They get to do all the work, which is why this is so fooling. And you have your friends start dealing the cards face down, one by one, onto the table. And they can go as much as they wish. They can go through the entire deck if they even wanted to. And whenever they want, they stop. And they take one of the black kings and they put it face up onto that pile of cards that they've just dealt. And you replace the rest of the deck on top. And you repeat that process one more time. So they deal one by one, and they can go through as many cards as they wish, as much as they wish, as fast as they wish, whenever they are ready to stop. They take the last remaining king and put it face up on that pile that they dealt. And you replace the rest of the deck. And just like that, all the work is done. So even though they dealt those cards, as many as they wish, and they stopped whenever they wanted, and it's all been in their hands, and they placed those black kings at random spots, if you go through the deck of cards, you will see there's the first black king, and we take the card next to it, and we go through, and there's the second black king in the exact positions that they placed them in. And even though they did all that work, the cards that are right next to the black kings are the king of diamonds and the king of hearts. Isn't that so good? So this is how it works. It's very, very simple. You need a four of a kind. It doesn't matter if it's the four aces, the four kings, or whatever you want to use. It's very simple. You just take the two red of whatever four of a kind you want. Let's say the two red kings, and you put that on top of the deck. And that's all you got to do. The black kings start out and ready to go, and now you're ready to go. And it is important that you shuffle the deck just to show them that it's a freely chosen card and that they're shuffled. And it's very simple. All you have to do is not disturb the top two cards. So if you're going to overhand shuffle, I'm going to grab a portion from the middle and I'm shuffling, but the tops are going to stay right there. The kings are going to stay right there. So like you can see right there, there's the king, and I'm just going to take a middle portion of the cards, and I'm shuffling, 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 and the kings are not being disturbed. If I wanted to riffle shuffle, I would riffle shuffle, but all I'm doing is making sure that this pile lands last. So shuffle, 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 and that pile landed last, and therefore the two kings are not disturbed, and they're right there. And then the last thing you do, you say, you shuffle, 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 I shuffle, I shuffle, and you just take one card off, and you go like that. So what I've now done is I put one king on the bottom and one king is on top. So one on the bottom, one on top. Now if you wanted to, if you didn't want to shuffle, if you felt uncomfortable doing that, you could just start this way. You could just have one king on the bottom and one king on top. What it does give you, that freedom, is that you could show the cards mixed up and freely shuffled, as long as you don't overspread and show that the kings are over here. So if you keep it kind of tight, now we can see that they're all mixed up, including the bottom, right? So then you say, okay, we're shuffle, 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 and then you can mix up, they're all mixed up, right? And all I've done is taken one card off top, put it on the bottom, okay? The rest of the trick is self-working. When they deal the cards down, they're just, and you hand it to them, they're just dealing that king of hearts on the bottom. They're just putting it right there on the table. And then they deal, 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 deal. Now what that has done is they have a pile of cards. That bottom card is the king of hearts, in this case. They put the king of spades face up. But because you have a king on the bottom of the pile, you're already putting it next to it. They're just there. It's already done. And then, because you've dealt that one king on the bottom of that pile, now it's on the bottom of the deck. You just have them deal, 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 deal as much as they wish. They put it face up, and now you're just putting it right next to each other. It's literally that easy. And then you do magic, magic, snap your fingers, whatever you wish. You fan through the cards, and all you have to do is find the face-up king, take the card that's on top of it, which it will always be the red kings. Fan, fan, fan. Take the next one, pull them out, emphasize how impossible this is, how amazing this is, and show the two red kings with the two black kings. And that's a miracle. It's so good. It's so easy. So I hope you go out and do it. Comment below if you have questions. I will help you. Or tag me in a video if you're doing it. I would love to see you do it. And please subscribe. I do magic tutorials basically every single day on this channel, plus a bunch of other stuff. And I would love to get to know you guys and be friends with you guys here on YouTube. I really want friends on YouTube. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.